Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a ton of new stuff to go over for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. We have a new special Terra Raid event starting today. We also have a sound engineer that worked on the Generation 9 games reporting about the bugs in the game, so hopefully that means an update very soon. And then we also have the crazy amount of sales that the Generation 9 games have acquired already. It's absolutely mind-blowing. There's a lot to talk about today though, so if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's take a look at the new Terra Raid event that is starting today for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. So it was posted on the website a while ago, but of course the 24th of November is today. That is why we're talking about this new special Terra Raid event. But anyway, look for Eevee in Terra Raid battles from Thursday, November the 24th at 4 PM PST to Sunday, November the 27th at 3:59 PM PST. Eevee will be appearing more frequently in Terra Raid battles. These Eevees will have access to Terra types, or various Terra types should I say, so explore the Paldea region and try to find as many of these Terra Raid battles as you can. Whether you're looking for an Eevee that suits your battle style or you're simply trying to collect them all, there's an Eevee for everyone out there. So this is really useful for two reasons, because firstly, Eevee, I don't know if it's like a really low spawn or something, but when I was looking for mine for my Pokedex, I could not find one, and obviously you have to catch quite a few if you want to evolve them all for the rest of the Pokedex. You can catch the evolutions in the wild, but it's obviously a lot easier just to evolve Eevee when you're trying to get like Flareon and Jolteon and stuff, because it's just a stone evolution. So it's quite useful for that, because it's just going to help you complete your Pokedex and stuff, but as well as that, it's just useful to get all these different Terra Crystals and stuff. So you could easily get like an Eevee with, I don't know, like a dark Terra Crystal and then evolve that into an Espeon or something. So there is like the kind of options are just endless for this. So it's a really cool new Terra Raid event. Again, it's just lasting this weekend, and then you won't be able to do this again. So definitely want to stock up on as many Eevees as you can with all the different Terra Crystals. I know you can change like your Terra Crystal and stuff like that, but it takes a lot of Terra Shards. It's a lot easier just to be able to catch one here. So if you do have a favorite Evolution or you want one for your team, look out for the Eevee with that Terra Crystal and then evolve it into the Evolution that you want. It's going to be really cool. We also have the Charizard one starting on the 1st of December. I'll make a video next week going over that, but you obviously have to complete certain parts of the post game for that. But either way, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. The main thing is that the new Eevee Terra Crystal Raid is happening today, and it's spanning over this weekend. Next up, we're going to be talking about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet updates. So this was posted from a sound engineer that worked on Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. So he says, as a game BGM fan, I'd like to point out that there is a bug that almost certainly occurs in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's Battle of the Four Heavenly Kings and the Champion Battle, saying that only the intro repeats forever. It seems that it will be queued if you restart before the Battle of the Four Kings, which, I mean, you could, because obviously if you lose that battle, you're going to restart the game, because then you don't lose like all your progress and stuff. When I heard the original song in the video, I thought that everyone's eyes would pop out at that time. So this is someone that worked on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, confirming that, there actually is a bug in the game. Now, this is obviously just to do with the sound, but if, we've actually got someone that's working on the game talking about bugs in the game, then that hopefully means that an update is on the way. Obviously, they know about all the updates, all the bugs and stuff, because it's just been like a massive thing about the games recently. But we have Pokemon Center here saying the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet sound engineer has confirmed that the games have a bug that causes combat music against the Elite Four and the champion to not play. Only the intro of the song is played. The only solution is to restart the game. It should be noted that since in these games, you cannot face the Pokemon League again if you complete it with the bug. You'll never be able to hear the correct versions of the song in the game, so we recommend restarting the game if it happens to you. So yeah, that's quite a massive bug, to be fair. Like, that's a massive soundtrack, and you not being able to hear it is a little bit ridiculous. Yeah, just I think the bigger picture here is that they're just kind of confirming that they know that there are bugs and stuff. So hopefully that does mean that we do get some sort of update soon. We're gonna anyway. It's just kind of the matter of time that we've got to wait until it happens. But this is just another bug that I don't even think I noticed when I did the Elite Four and the Champion, but clearly a lot of people have noticed it, and also the people that actually worked on the game. So yeah, just something that I wanted to tell you guys about, because, hopefully we do get this big update soon that we're all waiting for. The next thing to go over, though, is just the sheer amount of sales that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet have had in the first 3 days. This is absolutely mind mind-blowing. This was posted on Nintendo Everything saying Pokemon Scarlet and Violet sell over 10 million copies in the first 3 days. So Pokemon Scarlet and Violet sold over 10 million copies in its first 3 days on the market. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company have announced this is a worldwide figure based on physical and digital sales. It's the highest global sales level for any software on any Nintendo platform within the first 3 days. So any Nintendo console from the beginning of time, there has never been a game with higher sales than this in the first 3 days. So Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is massive. Earlier this week, we heard the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet secured the biggest boxed game launch of the year in the UK, the second biggest launch for the series of all time in the region. We should be finding out how the two games did in Japan by tomorrow at the latest. Famitsu reports weekly sales data every Thursday. This is the full announcement. So Nintendo announced today that global sales of the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games for the Nintendo Switch family of systems have surpassed 10 million combined units in the first 3 days since their worldwide launch on November the 18th, 2022. This is the highest global sales level for any software on any Nintendo platform within the first 3 days. So this is just kind of more information about that and just kind of putting that into perspective. So this was tweeted out by Benji saying Pokemon Scarlet and Violet sold an unbelievable 10+ million units in 3 days, including 4+ million from Japan alone. So it's the biggest Pokemon launch ever. It's the biggest Switch launch ever. So that's obviously combating Breath of the Wild, Animal Crossing, Mario Kart, all these other like juggernauts of the Switch. Is surpassing all of those, the biggest Nintendo launch ever, and the biggest console exclusive launch of all time. So that's across every console. So your God of Wars on PlayStations, your Spider-Man on PlayStations, your Halos on Xbox, stuff like that. This is the biggest console exclusive launch of all time. That is mad for Pokemon. That is huge. Like, that is crazy numbers. There has never been a game ever released for any platform as an exclusive that has sold more than this. We are literally looking at the biggest exclusive launch of all time. Insanity. Which is, again, so mind-boggling, because there's so many other games out there on other consoles for version exclusives, and you're like, I would be expecting like God of War would outsell Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in the first 3 days, but no, it's not the case. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is the biggest console exclusive launch of all time. So what does this mean for the future of Pokemon? Well, it probably means that they're gonna be doing more games like this, which I think is definitely a positive. Like, Legends Arceus was like a mini kind of open world game, and that got really positive feedback. And now Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is the first ever open world game for Pokemon, and this has now become the biggest console exclusive launch of all time. So Pokemon are gonna look at these numbers and be like, yeah, that's making a ton of money, let's do more of that. So it would not surprise me if Gen 10 was also open world, but hopefully they release it with a few patches, or where there's just not unfinished. Like, the fact that this game is so unfinished but it's still the biggest console exclusive launch of all time is just mind-boggling. So that should hopefully mean that they want to get these patches out even quicker, because so many people playing these games, especially because like DLC's on the horizon for these games. Like, these games are going to be crazy big, and they already are, but like they're going to be even bigger. And then we also have Soul Silver Art saying this is actually mind-blowing, insane. I have so much to say that I'm also speechless. I absolutely love this, but I also think we need to make sure they hear important criticism of this game, just so that they can improve. Gen 10 could end up being the best Pokemon games ever. Don't get me wrong, I think these games deserve this kind of reception, and I want Pokemon and Game Freak to continue to succeed. It's just that we don't want them to brush off the issues in game, and especially in the marketing that needs serious but normal improvement. So yeah, basically what they're saying here is like, Pokemon shouldn't be looking at this and being like, we can release an unfinished game and still get the biggest version exclusive launch of all time. Like, that's not the mindset we want them to have. So that's why we have to be so vocal about these problems in these bugs and stuff like that, and get them to fix it straight away, or to even release games without these issues. Like, obviously whenever a new game is released, it's always going to have issues, but I think we can all agree that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is beyond that. You know, you've got the lag issues, the performance issues, the game crashing, all the different like glitches that have come out of the game of like the memes and stuff. Like, it's a little bit ridiculous how many there are. So hopefully they do get this patch out as quick as possible, and also release a game in the future that doesn't have all these situations going on at the same time. But either way, I'm really happy as like a lifelong Pokemon fan. Like, I've been playing Pokemon since I was like 5 years old. I'm really happy to see these kind of numbers for them, because you know, it just means that the next Pokemon games are hopefully going to be bigger and better, and they're going to keep this kind of formula going. This is clearly what people want. And the weirdest thing though is that like people bought the game this much, and the actual kind of promotional cycle for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet was next to nothing. Like, we got barely any Pokemon revealed, and they went like months at the start of the game's release, like, announcement without any information. So that also means that might be the new promotional cycle they also take. So we might not find a lot of information about after like new games are announced and stuff, but either way, that's something else to just think about. That's going to be everything for today's video though. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Leave a comment. What are your thoughts on Pokemon, these numbers? What are your thoughts on it, or let me know. Also, do you think that the new update is going to come out like next week, or when do you think it's going to come out? And also make sure to do these Terra raids for Eevee. Get a bunch of them so you can obviously evolve them for your Pokedex, but also so you can make some really cool evolution kind of Terra Crystal, terrestrialized Pokemon, stuff like that. That's going to be everything from me though. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure to subscribe for daily Pokemon content, ring the notification bell, and until next time,